What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Wrestling Pit Podcast review of NXT. This was a big one because this was an inter-promotional, inter-branded, whatever you want to call it, night because we had Jordan Grace and TNA going one on one with Stevie Turner, and this was very much an open door like thing, forbidden door, whatever you want to call it, because this was damn. This is a match. This is a legit match with somebody from a different promotion versus going up against somebody from their promotion. This was why I tuned in. Um, But before I get there, I know we haven't been doing live streams, we haven't been doing videos together. Some things have been going on behind the scenes, but we will be back shortly. I promise you, the gang is still all here. We're still ready, and we still want to do it. We still gearing to go. But with that being said, we will be back shortly. We will be. I promise you that. I'm gonna give you this review on top of. I'm gonna be doing a review for NXT Battlegrounds too. Um, yeah, even though I had to suffer through Sexy Red, so I'm gonna give you this review and the Battlegrounds 1 and 2 as well. With that being said, hopefully we could give you a group Friday Night SmackDown review too. But if not, you will be seeing me again for NXT Battlegrounds. They kicked off the show. They did do a recap of last week, but they kicked off the show. I just don't know why they put this on first, but it is what it is. They put on I thought this should have been like the main event or at least the last match, but Jordan Grace versus Stevie Turner. And I'm just like, wow. I didn't really want them to put this on, but first. That was just like my only gripe is that they put it on first. But for the most part, this is like the first time I actually see like a full match of Jordan Grace. Like I knew who she was. I knew that she was in TNA. Even before all this, I knew who Jordan Grace was. I just never seen her like in an actual match. And then to see her have this match and then have the match at the Royal Rumble, but have this full one-on-one match, it's like this was the first time I actually watched anything of Jordan Grace. I never seen that. I know of TNA. I've seen clips here and there, but I never actually watched and sat and just watched a full match of Jordan Grace until today, or when you seen this, where you see this, it'll probably be yesterday. But Jordan Grace was pretty good. I mean, pretty damn good. She's a powerhouse monster. I mean, Jesus Christ, they play into that very well. She might be a tiny little thing, but she ain't tiny when it comes to those muscles. She's tiny in height, but man, she's just a monster powerhouse. I like how they play it to her. She basically like the female Braun Strowman because they did like those type of spots where like the wrestler would try to hit her and she just like, come on, man, I'm tougher than that. And then like they try to Irish rip her and she'd be like, nope. And then, but I like that they gave her the strong woman personality in the ring. I like that. And maybe they do that with her in TNA too, but I don't know. But from here, I like how they booked her. I like that it wasn't like an immediate squash match. They did give us some time with it, but it wasn't like a lot. I need to see more. Hopefully, at NXT Battlegrounds, we get a good 15, 20-minute match. Because this was like an 8-minute match, I would say at best. It was probably like 8 minutes. It wasn't 10 minutes. It was more like it was 8 minutes. But she still looked good. Stevie looked good for the most part. She did get a lot more offense than I thought she would. But in the end, to say I was about to say the Phantom Driver, but Jordan Grace would hit the Juggernaut Driver, and I like the Kane Marco reference that the announcers made, that Kane Marco don't have nothing on her, but she would hit the Juggernaut Driver to beat Stevie. Roxanne Perez, who was there at ringside on commentary, would get into the ring and like getting her face holding up their titles. They get to a 7 match where Jordan Grace looked like she was trying to set up another Juggernaut Driver, but Roxanne would get out the ring, and for them to have a stare down. I think we will see, Jordan Grace again later on tonight. Then we had like this NXT women North American Women's Championship Summit, where all the competitors was just basically in the ring talking about why they was going to win, which broke down into a big brawl, which ended up being set up for a 6-woman tag match later on in the night. Then we get the second match, which is Thea Hale versus Jasmine Nix, which was a good one. This played off of what's going on between the Chase University and Ridge Holland, and it was a good one. It played off of that. Thea Hale at one point, like, she had the match won, but the two members of Chase U who didn't want to come out because of Ridge Holland will come out, and that would be a distraction to Thea Hale, allowed Jasmine to get the victory, to hit her finisher and get the victory over Thea Hale. Shawn Spears. It was supposed to be a match between Shawn Spears and Josh Briggs, but he would beat up Josh Briggs, which caused him and Evans to get into a fight, into a brawl with Evans getting the upper hand over Shawn Spears. Then we get to the third match, which is Tony D'Angelo versus Damon Kemp for the NXT Heritage Cup. And I never seen a Heritage Cup match because I haven't really been watching NXT. So this is my first time doing that. And I'm just like, you know what? I actually like I like that they got something going on where it's not even a title. It's more like a trophy, and you can compete for it. And if you win, I noticed that if you win, whoever wins get a plaque on the trophy. So I like that too. I like how it's like a 2-minute intervals and multiple rounds. It's the first is multiple rounds, but it's whoever get to first to 2. Like, it only can end. Somebody has to get 2 falls for this match to end. So I like that. I like that a lot. It was cool. I like Tony D'Angelo. I like the whole little monster family thing. Damian Kemp was pretty good too. He would have had a fall, but the timer ran out. But Tony D'Angelo would get 2 straight falls. Well, not 2 straight, but he got 2 falls. And 2 straight falls in the sense of he had one in one round. I think he got the first fall in the very first round, but I don't think he would get the next fall until like round 3 or 4. But it was 2 straight, and it was like that was it. I think Damian Kemp kind of got robbed on that one, but it is what it is. Winner is Tony D'Angelo. Then we got a backstage promo with Mia Yim and Mia Yim talking to Jordan Grace. I think if I remember correct, I guess Mia Yim used to be a part of TNA, and they would talk about old times and whatnot. And then she would get interrupted. They would get interrupted by Jordan. I'm not Jada Parker, who would tell her, "Oh my God, can you stop kissing each other's ass?" And then we got that weirdo girl who's like obsessed with titles, and she looked at Jordan Grace's title, to which maybe this is a setup for the first person from WWE to go over to TNA. So that's pretty cool. Pretty cool. We get to the fourth match, which is Izzy is it Izzy Dame? I forgot her last name, but Izzy versus Natalia. With with just being a good match between the two. Get a, like this is the first time I ever seen Izzy. Um, um, but Natalia would get the victory here. I don't even think she got a victory with the sharpshooter. She got a victory with the roll up. Yeah, she got a victory with a roll up. Giving her like a fresh new start. Maybe this was from what she said on Monday Night Raw. Maybe this is a continuation of that. What she said, no, she's tired. No more. It's time. It's time for a change. Whatever she was saying, and she even said it here again. Um, I think there was like a little vignette for that girl, that little sleepy girl, that woman, the wrestler who always was sleepy or used to come out in like PJs and stuff. They did do a new vignette for her. Unless she gonna have like a little mixture between her old one and this sleepy character. Gallus, there was supposed to be a match. The next thing was supposed to be a match with Tyreek and Tyson. They were supposed to be going up against Carl Anderson and Luke Gallows, but they got kicked out of the building for their attack on Axum and them earlier. So they was going to have a tag team match, but they would get attacked by Gallus, who would basically come out and cut a promo about what's bloody wrong. Even talking about they even got on Sexy Red about twerking and all that type of stuff. I'm like, they brothers at the mall hard hate Sexy Red. They didn't mention Sexy Red by person, but they did. They did. No, they just they did. They did mention her by person. They said that it was affair that Sexy Red got to accompany Trick Williams and them out to ringside, but the other guy part of their team didn't get to come to ringside. And they said maybe they get disrespected maybe because they don't got a million followers or twerking they booty up and down. I was like, I love them. They would get interrupted by Oba Fay, who would tell them that they were causing a lot of destruction, but they make no mistake, they won't be interfering in his match at NXT Battleground. But they would jump Oba Fay and Wesley, who would come out and try to set his piece, but they will all get into a brawl with Gallus standing tall. Then we get to the actual fifth match, which is the six woman tag match from which was Lash, which was I called it Team Lash versus Team Mia because it was so many people's names I can't remember. I know it was weird too. What I like about it was that they actually whatchamacallit, they mixed it instead of having all the baby faces on the team and having all the heels on one team. They mixed it. They had a heel. They had like a heel with a baby face. Like I think on Team Lash it was two heels and that one girl who was the female Kofi Kingston, and then Mia, it was like Mia Young, Jada Parker, and Soul Rika. So it was like two faces and a heel, where on the other side was two heels and a face. So I like that. I like that dynamic. That dynamic was pretty interesting. But in the end, so Ruka would get the victory when she hit her finisher on Last Legend, giving Team Mia the victory. Then we get to the final segment of the night, which is the Ethan Page promo where he would get to sign his contract, and we see that Ava is apprehensive about signing off on him having a contract. But we found out when Trick Williams come out to confront him that the reason why she was so apprehensive is that in his contract he was promised two things. He said, and one being that if the contract was signed, that he would get a immediate NXT championship match against Trick Williams at NXT Battleground. So he would have his debut match at NXT Battleground for the NXT championship match, and that he said the second thing would be the end of the Trick Williams era. And that's what Ava was trying to tell him that, but he was like, you know what, give him what he wants because I need to teach this man lesson of respect, and that he told the crowd to chant what he was going to do at NXT Battleground, and they chant whoop that trick. Um, Ava signed a contract with both Trick Williams and Ethan Page staring at each other to end the show. This was a good NXT. I enjoyed it. Um, for the most part, I would say I was mostly hyped for the Jordan Grace match. Everything else was pretty okay. Like I didn't really care for it as much as I did for the Jordan Grace match. But but yeah, it was pretty good, man. Pretty good. I like it. Um, but I'm going to give this episode of NXT. I'm going to give it a no. I'm going to give it a solid 8 out of 10. It was an 8 out of 10. No, what? No, I'm gonna give it a 7.5. Yeah, 7.5 out of 10, because I did enjoy the Jordan Gray stuff. That's what I mostly tuned in for. But everything else was like pretty okay. I couldn't say I almost gave it an 8, but then I'm like, you know what? Because I really didn't enjoy it. I enjoyed everything, but I really didn't care for everything else other than the Jordan Grace and the Trick Williams thing. So therefore, I give it a 7.5 out of 10. But you let me know in the comments down below what you thought, and if you enjoyed our review of this NXT, you know what to do. You hit this button right here, if you can see my hand, for all of our WWE reviews. And you enjoy the video so much, you want to support the channel, all you gotta do is hit that like, subscribe, share, hit that notification button, because we're trying to get to 500 subscribers. And if you can get us there, my boy Shane got a reward for whoever. I don't know if he's going to give it to multiple people in one, but he's got a reward for somebody for when we get to 500 subscribers. And as I promised, as you know, we will be getting back together soon to give you a actual podcast like review of a show, hopefully SmackDown, but eventually we will be coming back soon. And um, as always, hit one of these videos for more of our amazing content, but we'll be back at it with NXT. If not Friday Night SmackDown review, NXT Battleground. So peace.